We are up early to catch a ferry for one reason and one reason only. To go to this amazing restaurant 2 hours away by ferry that's located inside of a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
And there's mules.
Now you might be saying that that's a lot of effort just to go to one restaurant, and I gotta say, I agree, but as far as we can tell, this might be the best restaurant we've been to on this whole trip so far. Over drinks last night, we spent 3 hours at least trying to figure out exactly which of these many islands around Split that we should go to. And each of us were assigned an island, and we were supposed to find the best restaurant to go to on that island, and then we'd all vote, and then we'd go to whichever one got the most votes. And after a lot of deliberation yesterday, we finally picked Stari, which is a city on the island of Hvar, and it's about a 2.5, maybe 3 hour ferry ride away from Split. You can book ferry tickets online, they're about $8 or so each way, so not that expensive. And after the hours and hours of deliberation, we finally settled on this restaurant right here. This place is apparently located inside of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's a small farm kind of at the top of a hill away from everything else, and they only serve 3 different things every single day, and you have to call them the day ahead to be able to tell them what you want, show up there, and apparently you get this full 5-course meal experience. I don't know, I'm really excited for it. Honestly, just for the ferry ride alone, this whole rigmarole would have been absolutely worth it. Stari Grad. Okay, now we're on the hunt to try to find some place to eat breakfast. It seems like most of the places that are open and around this time are just selling coffee. So we're probably gonna end up just going to a grocery store or something.
Is this the hotel we're gonna stay in if we miss our ferry? This might be one of the prettiest ports that we've ever landed in. You'd think that the town is just right there by the port, but it's actually a quite beautiful walk. You're walking through this beautiful paved path full of trees and all these swimming stops along the way. It's pretty magical. I know we came here just for the restaurant, but we're getting so much more.
So even just being on this island for 10 or 15 minutes, I'm really wondering, why did we stay in Split? Like, why didn't we come out here? These islands are amazing and beautiful and an entirely different experience from the kind of relatively busy downtown Split that we've experienced. Ooh, what do you got there?
And they even have rosemary that just grows on bushes. And olive trees everywhere.
This place is stunning. We are trying to find a market, and it's really difficult to get around this town, but most of the passageways are hidden, secret, small, exciting.
After like spending a week in Split, just kind of hanging out inside, it feels good to be back doing the thing that we love so much, and we tend to be good at just getting lost in the streets. And everything's so freaking cute here. Everyone keeps saying if I'm not here, send me a message, I'll be here. I love it. Island time. I love the signs that line the street. They all tell you a little bit of history. Like, this street is Lower Street, and it apparently used to be the seafront.
Lisa, what are you most excited about?
Beach time. Very excited to go into the Adriatic Sea. Maybe it'll be warm. Maybe it won't. Oh, what a squeaky man. Hi, kitty.
How is it?
Very cold.
So it's moments like this and days like these that I don't want to wax too poetically here. This really reminds me just how kind of special and unique the thing that we're doing is, and how it's really important that we don't lose sight of that.
Welcome to the Adriatic Sea.
This experience, this travel experience that we're trying to have just to make YouTube videos. For as much as we love making these YouTube videos, there are times and there are points along this way that we have to just do the thing that we want to do without feeling like we have to film it.
And yet here we are.
And yet here we are. And it was also days like today that made me realize that we're not as bad at this travel thing as sometimes we probably appear.
Well, I almost walked into it.
We packed up everything in our Airbnb, checked out of that Airbnb, sprinted to our friend's place, dropped off our bags, and then made it to a ferry, all of that in time to make it to here.
Also, we put a lot of trust, and rightfully so, into our friends for finding this amazing beach.
For sure.
That was me that found this page.
That was her. So yeah, sometimes, and I would say especially lately for us, we've been losing sight a bit of the magic of travel. And some of it has to do with the YouTube channel, but I think most of it just has to do with our mindset. So we just got another hour or so until we head up there somewhere to that farm to have that amazing meal. But for now,
Croatia.
this is pretty great. So Kelly had a very unfortunate slipping accident where she cut open her leg, and we bandaged her up real quick, and now we are walking up to the restaurant. The restaurant is pretty far out in the middle of kind of this farmland area, maybe 20 minutes away from the actual town of Stari Grad. It's very rustic and very, very quiet. Is there anybody home? We haven't seen anyone since we got out here for the past 10 minutes.
This is an ancient Greek agricultural plain from the 4th century BC with its original wall still.
Wow. Cheers to Joe for finding this place.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, we gotta find out.
If you chilies, watch out with chili, it's really spicy. So I need to warn you.
Icarus was a personal hero of mine. Oh, that's just fine. And green on red ones, I don't know.
What happened there?
Oh, everything hurts. I don't know, I just want all the liquids. Just don't worry about me just crying in public at this beautiful restaurant. It's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Oh my God. Just look at the spread that we got. We're only 2 out of 4 wines through, and apparently there's also dessert.
What's that?
This is the lamb, it's the potato dish, and they apparently cook it under the iron bell. Did anyone else hear that? They cook it under the iron bell for 3 hours.
3
I
hours.
don't know what that means, but it sounds like something out of a RPG or Dungeons and Dragons sort of situation.
You see the smoke in the background? That's for the bees. So they go away. Burnt coffee.
How was it?
Very full.
That was so good and so much.
Also, just look, that's how it was.
Right.
We demolished most of it.
Yeah. This was the best meal we've had on our trip so far by a long
for
shot.
sure.
I think the winner amongst all of us was the potatoes that
yeah.
came with the lamb by far. You guys agree? Just think the
Yes.
potatoes
I love
was
these
the winner.
potatoes.
And let's be honest, the real winner of the game was the red pepper that you ate.
Yeah, the one that made me cry. All of us are about 12 out of 10 on the fullnessometer. Apparently there's still one more wine, one more shot, and dessert coming.
And then we gotta run to catch our ferry.
And then we gotta somehow run. After all that.
The mules, they're there. They're so cute. Oh, hi. Oh my gosh. He just came up to me. Oh, hi. Oh, you like all the pets. Gosh. Oh, you're so sweet. We're just meals and check-in.
I'm exhausted. I'm so glad we didn't walk.
Adriatic?
Oh, ooh.
Are we in the Adriatic?
What sea are we near? Adriatic.
Lisa's giving me the wrap-up signal.
How should I play the Oscar music?
I don't know, but now we don't have an ending for this. Getting played off here. If this was a Lord of the Rings novel, some golden eagles would fly in and just carry us off.
Hi, kitty. What do you got to tell us? So many things to say.